Alistair Johnston, welcome to Celtic. How does it feel? People have been talking about you coming to the club, but now it's actually happened. How do you feel to be a Celtic player?
No, I'm over the moon with it, to be honest. When a club like Celtic comes calling, it'll turn any footballer's head. Especially for myself, growing up in a British household, Celtic was one of the clubs that is near and dear to our hearts. And for me, it's one of the biggest clubs in the world. So no, just to hear that this was a team, this was a club that was interested in me, and to see the project that the coaching staff's had, and the progress, this club continues to make, in Europe as well, it was really exciting. And for me, when I heard that there was potentially some interest there, I told my agents, hey, look, get this one over the line. This is where I want to go. So no, I'm just buzzing to finally have this done, and just really excited to get over there and get started.
And have you had a chance to speak to the manager yet and have a chat with him about how he sees you and his squad?
No, I did. Ange was the one that really sold me on it. I think for every single footballer, again, you want it to be the perfect fit, and you want to go somewhere where not only that you feel like you're a part of something, you feel like you're wanted, but at the same time, it's a good sporting fit as well. And based on what he said he's looking to do with this squad, for this club, in the next couple of years, it felt like a perfect fit. He's looking for young, driven players who want to take that next step and compete, at the highest level, compete in the top stages of Europe. And for me, that was something that just kind of called out to me, and it felt right. From everything I've heard, he's a top manager. His whole coaching staff, he's just got glowing reviews from everyone I've talked to. So no, that was another thing that was a big selling point for me on Celtic, and just absolutely made it a home run for me to make the moves to Celtic Park.
You mentioned there about playing at the highest level, and obviously you've been doing that for the last few weeks, representing Canada at the World Cup, which, as a Canadian must have been really proud. But I think there was maybe a few extra Celtic fans watching those games with interest once we knew that you might be on your way to paradise.
No, trust me. My phone, I tell you what, I said it in the media actually after one of the matches. They nearly broke my phone. The number of messages and just everything on social media, it was crazy. I have an old phone anyways. I probably need to upgrade it. But those messages nearly put it out of commission. So no, I'd heard everything about the fan base from Victor Wanyama, a couple guys that I knew in the league as well, who just spoke so highly of the fan base. They said it's one of the most passionate fan bases in the world, if not the most passionate. So to see it live in action, just from a little bit of a rumor, it was pretty crazy. And no, it definitely just drove up the excitement, and everyone within the Canada camp as well. It was funny. All my teammates, my national teammates, were going, "You to Celtic? Is that right?" And I was going, "Hey, there's a chance." And everyone was buzzing for me too. So it just goes to show, it's such a big club. It's a worldwide brand. Everyone knows who Celtic is. And it's that pressure that you want as a top footballer. You want to play at the highest level possible. You want to play in the biggest matches, and yeah, you want to play in front of 60,000 fans every weekend. And that's something that this club can provide. So no, it's a really special opportunity.
You mentioned Victor Wanyama there, and obviously Celtic fans remember him from his time here. But I understand he's become, one of Celtic's great cheerleaders around the world, and busy telling you, if you get the opportunity, you don't want to turn this down.
Yeah, no, he was the one. Trust me. Agent Victor was on it from the get-go. I just remember a couple months back, he actually brought up to me. He's like, "Mate, I think Celtic's the perfect fit for you." And it's funny. I thought, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, if there's something that arose, I said, I don't know if you know anything going on behind the scenes, but surely if there is, Agent Victor can get on it. But actually, a little bit later, I got word that there was some interest there, and I talked to Victor a lot about it, and he said, "Look, mate, like, he's played at some massive clubs, Spurs, Southampton, Celtic," and he said nothing, everyone else paled in comparison to Celtic. Just the fan base everywhere you go, it's hail, hail, it's constant, and still to this day, when he runs into people, they remember him from his Celtic days, and he finds that pretty crazy. So he said, "Look, mate, it's the perfect club for you. You'll love it over there. They fit your style, how you want to play the game, and your passion for the game as well." So hearing that glowing review from him, really kind of drove it home, because I know me and Victor get along very well. He's been an ultimate pro, and yeah, a very big cheerleader for Celtic all around the globe. So no, when he gave that glowing recommendation, I just knew like this is the place I wanted to be. So yeah, just really glad that it ended up coming to fruition.
Now, obviously, fans have been watching you at the World Cup, so they've maybe got an idea of the type of player you are. But what can you bring to the club and to the team once you're here?
Yeah, so actually in Canada, I play a little bit of a different role than what I usually do. So of course, most fans will have seen the World Cup, and that's kind of the image they have of me. So in Canada, I kind of play more as a right-sided center back and a back three. I'm almost a bit more of a hybrid role. I love a tackle. I love to hit the diagonals. I'm a fairly physical player. Love covering ground, getting up and down the field, and that's generally what I did with in club football with Montreal and Nashville. Before that, is I'm kind of an overlapping fullback that loves to defend 1v1 out wide. And in Canada, you play a bit of a different role, more as a hybrid center back that defends in a back three or defends in the back four as a fullback. And then in possession, I'm kind of almost like the Sheffield teams from a couple years ago where they had overlapping center backs. So I think I bring a lot of flexibility and fluidity as well to a manager, to their plans. But at the same time, no, I love to cross the ball, love to get forward as a fullback, whether that's a fullback, wing back, back four, back five, whatever it is. But no, generally a right-sided player who just loves to defend, loves to tackle.
You mentioned right at the start of the interview about growing up in I think a soccer family. Your mum's from the north of Ireland, and how pleased are your family that you're coming to Celtic?
Oh, I'll tell you this, I think they're already looking at real estate to potentially move back over there. We got a ton of family actually in Scotland, in Northern Ireland, in Ireland as well. So they're already looking at that, thinking, I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? To go back over there and be able to watch, their son play week in, week out in the Scottish Premiership. So it's been really exciting. My dad's a huge football fan, and my mom's from Northern Ireland, so there's tons of connections there. And again, that's kind of what made it such a perfect fit, for obviously for like the South American players and stuff like that. It's always Real Madrid or Barca, but for guys like myself, it's the UK clubs, it's the big UK clubs, and there's no one bigger, in my opinion, than Celtic. So no, it was a perfect fit. It really was a match made in heaven. So no, I'm just super excited with it.
And I think we've obviously got a lot of Celtic fans in Canada, so it'll be great for them to see a Canadian representing the men's team. We already have a Canadian internationalist in Clarissa Larissy who plays for the women's team, so the Canadian flag is flying high over paradise now.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what we want to do in Canada. We're trying to grow the game here. It was our first World Cup in 36 years, our second ever. So you can tell we're making that progress within the sport. And, it's all about getting our young players to be playing at the highest level to continue to develop. And I think this is just another great, showing of another young player making, the best of their opportunities and being given an opportunity to go play at a club like Celtic is something that I cherish. We're continuing to grow the game back home as well. And, it's getting big here in North America. Obviously, Cameron Carter-Vickers there as well, the American lad. So we're starting to have a bit more North American influence. And that's what we want to continue to grow the game here. So, no, it's really special for myself, for my family. And trust me, there was no bigger fan of the move than actually my national team gaffer here, John Herdman, from England. He was buzzing with the move when he heard Celtic. He said, "Mate, that's a top move for you," and he was really excited for that. So, no, it's been thumbs up all around, and just excitement from my entire family, everyone back home as well. So, no, just really looking forward to getting out there now.
Because I'm guessing it must be tough for your family trying to think of a Christmas present for you because you've played for Canada in the World Cup and now you've signed for Celtic. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, no, trust me. And I've said that to them as well. Look, there's no Christmas presents going your way either. This was the Christmas present for everyone. No, it was yeah. The family's buzzing. They're just already looking at planning trips to get over there, be it catch up with some family as well. And I think that's one of the biggest things is obviously there's been some rumors out there, but now it's official. I think all the extended family will get extremely excited to know that it's over the line. And I think we're gonna have a decent amount of Johnston's coming out to some matches. So no, it'll be pretty exciting.
And I know you're having a short break after the World Cup, but I'm guessing that you can't wait to go over to Glasgow and meet your new teammates and start training with them.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's been a long year. The MLS is a bit of a different season. It starts January and goes through. So yeah, I've been going 12 months straight. Ended with a World Cup, and then but again, yeah, just 1 week off is probably for the best, just to get the mind right. We had a bit of a difficult World Cup, but at the same time, no, my mind's fully focused now on Celtic and winning a championship, winning the title here. Of course, that's the expectation. So no, I'm just really looking forward to getting over there already. Yeah, counting down the days to meet the team, meet the whole staff, and just get settled in Glasgow. It's a really exciting time for myself, for my family, and yeah, we're all looking forward to getting this chapter underway.
Well, Alistair, we are absolutely delighted that you've joined Celtic, and we can't wait to see you in the green and white hoops.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.